all for joining us this morning. Munising Public Schools would like to take this time to thank the late community member and local artist Frank Castiglione for his outstanding donation to our school system. The Mustang Sculpture was donated to the high school many years ago, but it wasn't officially installed until last year under the direction of Mr. Rick Millier and Mike Travis to bring it out and finally install it into what we now call Kinnetts Island. The statue has quickly become one of the highlights of the district. Students, parents, visitors, tourists that come in the summer sitting on the picnic tables, and photographers have gathered to view and photograph and marvel at our horse head sculpture all through the year that it's been installed. Frank Castiglione is the late husband and a former teacher, Munising teacher Sue Castiglione. In order to prepare today, I talked to a number of local artists and friends of Frank. I didn't personally know him, I knew Sue, so I wanted to get some information just about him as a man. And all of them had just wonderful things to say about him. They talked about his brilliance, which you can obviously see with the structure of the horse, how creative he was, how courageous, positive, loving, and supportive. They described his sense of humor, saying it was unique but contagious, and said that he loved to meet new people and talk to people about art and was just friendly to everyone.
That's not true.
That's not true. Frank's art primarily revolved on the use of scrap metal. From parts of old cars to snow blowers to silverware, Frank created, via torchwork and hammering, amazing sculptures of eagles, lions, skulls, flowers, dragons, and more. Some structures even incorporated actual physical movement. I heard there's some with fairies swimming through water. You were able to still see some of these works of art at the UP Scale Art Gallery downtown, and one of his orchids is in our local library here at the high school. So Munising Public Schools is honored to display this Mustang sculpture. We'd like to send gratitude to Rick Millier for facilitating the painting of the horse and its installation.
Hear, hear.
The school is going to plan to decorate the base of it with rocks from local beaches and install the following plaque. So Ms. Harebecca has that.
So the plaque says, this rebar sculpture was created by Frank Castiglione for Munising Middle High School to honor the Mustang spirit. In his early years, Frank was an educator, as was his wife Sue, who taught in Munising for 19 years. As time went on, he followed another true passion, metal art. He became a true self-taught craftsman who turned metal into magic. We all miss his energy, enthusiasm, and persistence.
And as a gift of gratitude, the school would like to present Sue Castiglione, this canvas picture of the horse. Kevin Dunham, if you have seen any of his photographs on Facebook, he has a special relationship with the horse. He comes down quite often. And we thought this picture represented the sculpture the best. So thank you, Sue, so much for everything. Thank you. So at this time, if anybody would like to share any words about Frank, we would like to welcome you guys to do that. I know Sue has something.
Well, I'm going to say something.
Yep.
This makes our family really happy and proud. And boy, I'm glad you're all here today. Thank you so much for coming. We're proud because Frank would have been elated to have his work out in public and in part of Munising's public art. Because that's one of the things that he really worked towards, was making sure that the community was enriched by art, and a lot of it public. This started out as a collaboration between Frank and Suzette Carberry, who, as often happens, had a great idea. Suzette. And it was the idea of putting a park out in front of the school. She called it a pocket park, and she wanted to have a park-a-palooza and do fundraisers, and she asked Frank if he would make a sculpture for it. So whether or not Suzette was going to go forward with this project did not matter to Frank. He first he started to take a look at photographs of stallions, Mustangs. And Nikki was saying, how could he do that? Well, he had a picture. And then from the picture, he was making these really meticulous measurements and drawing pictures and making jigs. And then he selected rebar because he knew it would probably be in the wind. Actually, we were thinking, yeah, it would be in front of the school. I was thinking at one time it would be up at the football field. So he figured rebar would be a good weather, and he also made sure that his welds really held. This became a work of love for him, and it was his focus of life, basically, until he had it entirely finished. And you can see, as Nikki was saying, he was able to capture movement. Take a look at that mane streaming in the wind, and he's heading into the fray. His head is held high. What we're hoping for, and I'm speaking for my family now because I asked all of them what they would like to have said, we're hoping that this sculpture is going to be a continued inspiration for our town, because like its creator, it has a fierceness of spirit that won't be put down. I really would like to thank all of you people for coming, and for the people who shepherded this through, especially Rick Mouillet, because he was the guy who just every day made sure that it happened. I'm grateful also to Nikki and to Mike and to Amy for your work on this, and also to Pete Kelto and to Suzette. Thank you.